main one, but is there even the possibility of some frost on a couple of mornings? And we think that could be the case, especially if we see some of those lower 30s and middle 30s start to materialize as we head through next week. Let me just show you what one model suggesting as far as the temperatures go by next Wednesday, which is just beyond the scope of our 7-day forecast. And these would be high temperatures only in the 60s and 50s next Wednesday afternoon. I'll tell you what it looks like in the lead up here to that colder air. Plenty of warmth around this weekend, 80 Saturday and Sunday and Monday. Then the cold front comes through late Monday night or the first half of Tuesday. And there'll be some wiggle room with the arrival time of that front that will have a big impact on just how warm the temperatures get on Tuesday. But I don't think you're really going to notice a huge temperature drop until next Wednesday. So the middle of next week is where we want you to focus here as far as that colder air. And in fact, the National Weather Service's Climate Prediction Center are on board with this colder than normal pattern setting in just beyond the scope of our 7-day forecast. So that's the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook, November 20th through the 26th. Pretty good odds of us being colder than normal during that period. Now, we talked about what the high temperatures may do, but our low temperatures at night may drop into the 40s, colder than we've been so far this season, and even some 30s. So that may mean that we get some frost conditions in some parts of the area, especially in the hill country. And a reminder, the temperatures that you need for a frost, they're unlikely when the lows get above 36, but frost is possible anything under that. So possible between 34 to 36 degrees for your morning lows. It's very likely if you get those lows between 32 to 34, and then you start entering freeze either in the hill country as we head toward the middle and end of next week, Esme.
So if anyone is regularly waking up around those times to go to work and we do happen to hit these temperatures, they should be careful on the road, right?
Well, I don't know. Not so worried about the road, but if you get frost and you parked your car outside, you may need to scrape that off a little bit, and you'll certainly see it in the grass. That's more the impact for you there, and it can have an impact on agriculture as well. When you get that cold, frost can have an impact there. Want to talk about rain possibilities as well. This is less of a rain event for us, although there's one day where our rain chances are decent, and that would be Monday, coming just ahead of a cold front. However, the area of low pressure that's going to bring us the cold front is not going to be super close. So we'll probably get clipped by a bit of rain as we head through the day on Monday, and then possibly some leftover showers as we head through the day on Tuesday before that cold front completely clears the area. I just don't want you getting your hopes up about this being a big rainmaker for us as we head through, say, Sunday through early next week. Some rain chances, but they're not that high at this point. Still, we are in the wetter than normal slightly here for the end of our 7-day, the 18th through the 22nd of November. So it's a combination really for us, Esme. Coldest air of the season seems more likely as we head through Wednesday and Thursday of next week. We may get some rain ahead of that temperature change, but the rain, the confidence in just how much we get or whether we get much at all is on the lower end. We are more confident about that temperature drop for the middle of next week. And the coldest we've been so far in Austin, we've had highs in the low 70s. We've had lows in the upper 40s. So that's the comparison here. That is our current coldest air of the season, which happened last week. And now we're thinking that we'll get colder than that for next week with highs in the 60s or 50s and then our lows in the 40s and 30s.
Yeah, well, we're excited to feel this colder. Sad we won't have as much rain in the forecast, but we did have a little bit of rain at the beginning of the month, so that helped us out there.
Yeah, we had a good 1.5 to 3 inches of rain in some places a little more than a week ago, and then we've sort of been mostly dry for the vast majority of us, aside from a weaker front here toward the end of last week. So yes, the temperatures look very likely to drop. The rain less likely to drop. Hey, while I've got you here, Esme, are you ready? Is everyone at home ready? I want to remind you that our KXAN Friendsgiving Challenge continues. We're putting the morning team against the evening team to see who can raise the most money for the Central Texas Food Bank. And we have really upped the stakes this year. Last year, Team Kristen won, back when it was our morning Met versus our evening Met. Team Kristen won, and she won with $66,000 or so dollars. Now we're both aiming for 75 grand or a total of 150, and we still have a long ways to go. And I'll tell you, our morning team are winning this battle by a couple of grand already. So we would love you to go to kxan.com/friendsgiving. You can navigate to it through the homepage, and then click on Team Evening, because we're really in need of your donations. And, you know, it's not about us. It's a fun competition, but it's about the Central Texas Food Bank. They're trying to buy 30,000 turkeys for those who need them here this holiday season. And for them to be able to afford that, they need the donations from people like you so that they can use their good purchasing power and be able to get so many turkeys. So I'd love you to help. This competition doesn't have that long left in it, and we really need to up our totals here. Any little amount you can do, or a big amount, whatever it is, kxan.com/friendsgiving is the place to go.
Not only is this a competition for a good cause, but I've been getting a kick every morning looking at Facebook and seeing how brutal between both of
that
you.
Morning team, they have found different ways to attack us in the evenings every single day. And we are taking the high road so far anyway. We'd love you to donate to Team Evenings, but if you have to donate to Team Mornings, that's okay. It all ends up at the Central Texas Food Bank. And they're the winners in the end, and certainly the community here in Central Texas is where that money eventually goes to.
Yes, the money goes to both places. It doesn't matter which team you donate to.
Either team, all goes to the same pot at the end.
And if you want to read more on the colder weather we are expecting in the next coming days, Nick posted an article on our website, and you can just navigate it. It's on the homepage. You can go there, and there's all these details. My favorite was at the bottom where you said that the coldest morning low in Austin was 48 degrees. I didn't believe it.
Yeah, last week.
I wasn't awake at the time, but I bet it felt
through the
great.
chill.
Well, thanks so much for joining us, Nick. Thanks for being here with us today.
Thanks for having me.
And that's all we have for you all today on Nick's First Warning. We'll be back next week, next Tuesday at 3 p.m. for anyone who would like to join. Thank you.